10 discoveries from ancient Egypt that left experts awestruck. The land of the pharaohs is beyond fascinating. Filled with ancient history, myths, legends, and incredible structures dating to a time before history was recorded, the lands once ruled by the ancient Egyptian civilization have it all. As we have explored Egypt, we have come to understand that we look upon one of the most advanced and sophisticated civilizations of ancient times. Ancient Egypt may long be gone, but archaeologists continue finding and digging up its ancient treasures. From the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx to long-lost sunken cities, some of Egypt's greatest archaeological discoveries have left experts awestruck. Khufu's ship. Discovered at the footsteps of the Great Pyramid of Giza, in 1954, Kamal el-Malik came across an ancient ship buried in the sand. It had remained there undisturbed since it was sealed into an ancient pit carved from the Giza bedrock. The boat was sealed into the pit around 2500 BC. Now located in the Giza Solar Boat Museum, Khufu's ship is one of ancient Egypt's oldest, largest, and best-preserved ships. Described as a masterpiece of ancient woodcraft and shipbuilding, the ship has been identified as the oldest intact ship ever discovered on the planet. Aswan's unfinished obelisk. Perhaps one of the most fascinating megaliths discovered in Egypt, the unfinished obelisk at Aswan, is the largest known obelisk on the planet, located in the stone quarry of Aswan. Believed to have been commissioned by Hatshepsut, the fifth pharaoh of the 18th dynasty of Egypt, the obelisk was most likely ordered to complement what would later be known as the Lateran obelisk at the Temple of Amun in Karnak. The unfinished obelisk is so large that scholars argue it is 1/3 larger than any other ancient Egyptian obelisk ever erected. King Tut's tomb. Dubbed by many as the greatest discovery in the history of archaeology, in 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter discovered Pharaoh Tutankhamun's tomb. The tomb is famous for the plethora of wealthy artifacts it housed. The tomb of Pharaoh Seti I. Arguably one of the best decorated tombs in the Valley of the Kings, the tomb of Pharaoh Seti I is also known as the tomb of Apis and the tomb of Samis, son of Nechois. Archaeologist Giovanni Battista Belzoni discovered the tomb on the 16th of October 1817. Considered the longest tomb in the King's Valley at 137.19 meters long, it features intricately decorated chambers. Of its 11 chambers, only 2 remain undecorated. The chambers are not open to visits due to water damage. The Secret Mummy Cave. There's a tomb called TT320 known as the Secret Mummy Cave. Located in the Theban necropolis, the tomb contains the eternal resting place of the high priest of Amun Pine-Gem II and his family. Pine-Gem II acted as Amun's high priest from 990 BC to 969 BC and was essentially the ruler of the country's south. The cave contains an extraordinary collection of mummified remains and funeral equipment of over 50 kings, queens, and members of the new kingdom's royalty. The Valley of the Ancient Egyptian Golden Mummies. Discovered in 1996 by former Minister of State for Antiquities Affairs Zahi Horace and his team, the Valley of the Golden Mummies is a massive burial site located in the western desert of Egypt, near the Naharia oasis. Initial excavation revealed that the tomb contained nearly 250 mummies believed to be more than 2,000 years old. Follow-up excavations revealed that there were more than 10,000 mummies inside it. A mythical ship. One of the most famous historians of ancient times is, without a doubt, the Greek writer Herodotus. He wrote a plethora of information about ancient Egypt and described many things that are not long gone in great detail. One of the things described by Herodotus in his work was a mysterious ship that existed in Egypt some 2,500 years ago. Since no one ever discovered the ship's remains, the vessel was considered a myth. Heraclean, Ancient Egypt's Atlantis. In 1999, the French archaeologist Frank Godiot came across a forgotten city's sunken remains lost to the ocean. Dubbed by many as Ancient Egypt's Atlantis, Heraclean was actually an ancient port city in Egypt. Of great importance to the kingdom, it was home to a temple where new pharaohs would receive the divine power of Amun, which legitimized their rule of the lands of Egypt. Deir el-Medina, the town of the tomb builders. Called in ancient times, Set-Mat, which means the place of truth, Deir el-Medina, as it is called today, is the ancient village home to the people who worked on the tombs in the Valley of the Kings. The people who lived in the settlement were called servants in the place of truth. Located on the west bank of the Nile River. The Great Pyramid of Giza's electromagnetic properties. The idea that the Great Pyramid of Giza, and for that matter, other pyramids scattered across the globe, served in ancient times as a tomb has been heavily debated among experts. While most researchers argue the Great Pyramid of Giza was built as the eternal resting place of Pharaoh Khufu, there haven't been many discoveries that suggest so. The pyramid lacks the beautiful hieroglyphs we see in other ancient Egyptian tombs. Its burial chamber is empty, and there isn't really evidence there ever was a mummy inside it. A study published by scientists from ITMO University, Russia, and the Laserzentrum Hanover, Germany, suggests the pyramid may have been a much more sophisticated structure than we've ever imagined.